My name's Ayesha Nightingale, my artist name is Juno Knight, my pronouns are they, them, and I studied the MA in Songwriting. Before I came to ICMP, I was going through a significant period of very, very poor mental health. So coming to ICMP, I mean, it was the obvious choice for me. It was clearly a very holistic experience for my sister, and she was being nourished in many different ways, and it wasn't just about her academic performance. And coming from a non-musical academic route, I felt like I was going to be really well looked after, and it would be a place where I could perform well even without that foundation. There's so much opportunity, that's the thing. There's so much opportunity for you to build the world you want to build. So if you want to be, a snuggly little indie artist kind of working on these gig circuits, and that's your vibe and you love that, you can go do that. If you want to go film or record in the big studios, you can find ways to do that. There are grants, there are different bodies, different organisations you can get involved with. If you want to expand on your music and do academic stuff, if you want to do therapy stuff, there's everything here. And ICMP can almost always, and this is the great thing, ICMP can almost always put you in touch with somebody, whatever route you want to go down. And if you want to go get experience, if you're a producer, you want to go get experience working in Abbey Road Studios, someone will be able to help you organise that kind of thing. London is full of colour and full of life and full of energy, and as a creative, I think you need to have a certain degree of energy and tenacity. If you really want to go for it, you've got to be prepared to engage, and London offers opportunity after opportunity to engage. So if you miss the first jam night, if you miss the first gig, there's another one half an hour afterwards. I think that's the thing that London gives you. It's countless opportunities over and over again in every different way that you could look for. And ICMP offers you connections and pathways into those. Coming into ICMP, I would say that stylistically I was writing kind of spiritual folk music, which is not what people know me for at all now. It was very much a kind of an unstructured thing. I didn't have any kind of tools or discipline in how I approached my songwriting. And the master's course really, that I would say that is the main thing that it gives you is tools. So many tools and so many different methods with which to approach your songwriting, your craft. And it was in the penultimate module that we did, which was a Jonathan Wiskeard's module. It's called the Songwriter's Voice, which was about lyrics. And it really forced me to focus in on not just how I wanted to create worlds, because that's something I do a lot in my songs, but about how to do it effectively so that people will want to listen to the song again. So a lot of what I was doing at ICMP was learning to write songs that people would want to hear, and not just that would stay in their heads and wouldn't just disappear in passing. So ICMP has been really pivotal in that, and the lead single for this EP, Vermont, which comes out in October, was a real pinpoint turning moment for the creation of this project. And that was the moment where my major project concept was fully formed. And from that comes this EP and the songs on this EP. My project was all about Jungian shadow work, which is about looking at the parts inside of us that we're ashamed of. So the song is called Natalie. It comes from my final repertoire project that I did on the MA, but the music video is a very light-hearted, very fun, almost pantomime-y twist on a quite kind of scary story to tell. So it's very much a parody of myself, I suppose. This project is very queer informed. 75% of the team involved identify as queer or LGBTQ of some kind. My producer is a woman, which shouldn't be revolutionary to say, but it still is. One of the beautiful things that I found, again, I was able to go through essentially my coming out, my transition, because it was still, the idea that I was non-binary was still super new to me when I got here. And I was in a space at ICMP where not only was I able to nurture that personally. But it was such a safe space for me in the songwriting sphere that it could become not only a part of my research, but a part of my brand. So this project now, that is a really important element to it. As a mature student, as a master's student, moving to a new city, not really knowing many people, it was really important to me that I made the most of every single second. And I think if you come into ICMP to do that, the benefits are just overwhelming. And yeah, so building community was a really important part of what I set out to do as part of my own ICMP journey. Obviously it's a university, it's also a hub of kind of excellence, I guess, and you want to remain connected to it because you know that good stuff is always going to be coming out of it.